Um, I apologize for things being a little late, but better late than never. So I wanted to get to not only this information, but the final week so we understand where we are. I'm also going to go over the seeding as well as the tie break rule. So use this as your point of reference and as the official rule. I'm not going to write it out at this point. I'm going to walk through it. And then I'll provide a scenario as well so you understand how it lays out. If you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to call me or email me, whatever is best for you. Um, let's start with last week. The MJ Award winner is End Zone Chasers. Um, put up 159 points with $92 of hard cold cash. Good job, Flex. It was a must win, and you handled your business. The Bama of the week goes out to the Q Dogs, putting up 88 points and officially knocking himself out the playoffs with that loss. Um, so you are aware next week is the last week of the Bama of the week. It will not continue in the playoffs. Um, it's only during regular season weeks. The next 3 weeks after that will be playoff weeks. Now, mind you, if you are out of the playoffs and not one of the top six after next week, please stay off the waiver wire. The remaining players, those games will count in the seeding for next year, as we talked about before. So can play to the end. Just shift what you have on your bench and play with what you have. Or you can pick up whatever you want to do this week, but this will be the last week where you'll be allowed to be on the waiver wire. The MJ Award will be handed out only for people that are in the playoffs over the 3 weeks. If you have a bye in week one in week one, and if you're in position 1 or 2, you can still set your roster and be available to win the MJ Award. That's up to you. You are in the playoffs just because you're not playing against anybody. You can still win some money, so you can still stay active. And obviously, the waiver wire is available for you, but it's up to you. Um, let me state, dues and stuff need to be closed out. I am not providing any winner's dues without closeout of funds. So I'll submit that via email, what's owed by close of business for people that are out of the playoffs of week 13. So you have a few weeks to get your ends together and get it together so we can pay out the winners. Um, so let me get to the seeding. I'll go over this and then I'll go over the rules last. But how it currently lines out, the Gridiron Gang has locked down the number 1 seed throughout. So excellent job, Sam. Good work there. The number 2 seed is pretty much a lock for Ray. Ray, you have the number 2 seed. It's a lock. The number 3 seed is going to go to the Mefo Browns. It's a lock because of scenarios. Um, Seeds 4, 5, and 6 are all depends on how the week 13 plays out. And the 4 teams that are vying for those 3 positions are the Assassins, the Sleepers, Dolphins, Fins, and End Zone Chasers. The 4 teams that have gone fishing and thank you for playing this year are Q Dogs, Dorset Fan, Brooks, and Philly Crossovers. So thank you guys for participating in this year's fantasy football league. Get your dues right and continue to fight and do your homework over the off season. Um, but this year, the seeding for the next 3, the seeding. Let me just stress this: the seeding does not match what's in the system now. As we talked about, the top everybody that wins a division is guaranteed a playoff position, but not guaranteed the top 3 seeds. Okay, the top 2 receive a bye. The third person, which whoever wins the division that I'm in, between myself and Flex, is not guaranteed the third seed. That is guaranteed by Mefo Browns because of the better record. So it's better record after that point. So it's no way that we can catch him far as record is concerned. So the rest of the 3 through 6 positions are all seeded by record. Understood that. So I want you to understand that. So if you're looking at that as your benchmark, if you go into the playoff bracket that's online, that will be modified. It's been agreed upon. It's in the records and in the logs that we've talked about for the last couple of years now. So the seeding is designed by record. Okay. Now the tie breaks. The tie break is designed this way. It's first, it's by division. We've talked about this a number of times, and the rationale behind that was to put some levity on the teams that face multiple teams all the time. So you should have that record provide some type of value. Knowing that this year we started that rule back when we had 10 teams, and we never really had to go back to it. And it looks like we thought it might play into this year. After going through the scenarios, I don't believe it's going to be an issue again, but it's something that obviously we want to revisit in the off season. So it's division first, head to head second, points. Okay. So under those scenarios, assassins, you need to win. If you do not win, you need Dolphins to lose as well to guarantee your spot. As long as Chad loses, you're guaranteed the 4 seed. Um, Chad, you need the Chasers to lose, and you need the Assassins to lose, or yeah, or the Sleepers to lose. Just 2 of the 3, and you're in. Assassin, End zone Chasers, you win, you're in. Sleepers, you win, you're in. Or if Dolphins loses and Chasers lose, you're in. Um, so it's 3 teams on here that control their own fate. Assassins, you win, you're in. Sleepers, you win, you're in. Chasers, you win, you're in. Um, Dolphins, you need a little help, but you have a great opportunity to do it. Since we're not facing each other, we all have an opportunity to win. Um, so I would say the teams that are out of it, try to play spoiler. It makes it more interesting if you set your roster and be more aggressive. Sam, you're playing the Assassins. You got an opportunity to decide and craft how you want to, play in this league. Either you handle your playoff scenario the best way you see fit. Um, you deserve that right. Going 10-2, you decide what you want to do. Um, if you have any problems or not understanding how the tie breaks work, um, or any type of scenario with the playoffs, please let me know. We want to get this thing closed out. It's only one more week, like we discussed. Your fab budget will go into the playoffs. It's something maybe we can talk about next year. Maybe for the playoffs, you add maybe an additional $25 in the fab budget. Might be something interesting to kind of level the playing field some, because a lot of people have burned through their money. That might be of interest. A number of things that we've talked about as well. So adjusting the tie break rule. We talked about trading, um, voting on trades, a number of things that I've noted that we will discuss in the off season. Um, but continue to work hard. I look forward to another good week. For the guys that are out of it, better luck next year, and we will talk again. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. So if you're out on your bike, do wear white. Thanks, guys.